So you're thinking about buying a home, but you keep hearing about those horror stories about multiple offers, tough competition when it comes to buying a home, really bad bidding wars. Today, we're going to talk about how to get prepared for war and how to stay competitive when you write an offer. Hi, this is Heather Lynn with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, we talk about everything that's related to real estate here in Palo Alto, Silicon Valley, and the San Francisco Mid-Peninsula neighborhoods. We talk about real estate trends and how to make repairs of your home for top dollar sale. We also talk about fun things to do in this area. Subscribe to my channel. That way you'll have one juicy video coming your way every week. Oh, by the way, we also talk about cats and wine because I'm a cat mom who loves wine. And I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell real estate here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I would love to have the opportunity to sit down with you and talk about how I can help you realize your real estate dreams. I have with me Ricardo from the One Brokerage. I've worked with Ricardo for a few transactions, helping my buyers successfully get into contract and close on their very first property. So I'm so happy to have you here with me.
Thanks for having me.
So Ricardo, in our Bay Area real estate market, the stories are true.
Yeah,
you know, it's very much a seller's market, multiple offers, really tough bidding wars.
Yes.
Oftentimes, as a buyer's agent, I am faced with no choice but to tell my client the only way to get into this home is to write a non-contingent offer. It is a little scary because a non-contingent offer often means that you are committed to buying this home. You are putting your 3% deposit, almost non-refundable towards a purchase. How do you prepare the buyers to stay competitive and to have that reassurance that their loan is going to fund?
Yeah, so I mean that's one of the biggest risks is when someone's going in with a non-contingent offer is the loan might fall through, right? What's the likelihood that the loan's going to go through? And so one of the things that we do, I mean, our job as a brokerage is to review our clients' files and underwrite it the same way that the bank would do it, right? So that's what we do. But we also have the ability to submit a client's same financial application to one of our banks to basically have it double checked, right? I can have them do the full underwriting process. There's an underwriter who reviews the file, they give me all of the numbers, and then I'm able to have a more concrete answer on the approval and what the likelihood that it's going to go through is. So oftentimes if somebody's going to be writing a non-contingent offer, or that's what they need to do to get the offer accepted, we'll always submit it to the bank so that they can get it reviewed for us. And that way we have, much more reassurance that it's going to go through. Right? And it even helps the sellers out too, right? Yeah,
exactly. So what I'm hearing is that you will kind of collect all the necessary documentations up front, have it reviewed by the bank that is likely to fund the loan, and then kind of spot the red flags early on before we even submit the offer. So by the time we submit the non-contingent offer, there is greater reassurance that we're going to cross the finish line.
Right.
I wouldn't say a guarantee, but it's almost like a slam dunk that your bank is going to fund the loan.
Right. Yeah. The bank is only one part of it, right? We also have to get the appraisal completed, so that tends to be the other party that could throw off a deal. But for the most part, if we can do the most due diligence up front, it saves the buyers the headache of worrying about their loan not going through. And it also makes it more appealing to the sellers, right? Because that means we've already had the bank review the file. One of the things that our brokerage does, part of the being a brokerage is that, our job is to review the client's file and do the underwriting process the same way that the banks do, right? One of the abilities that we have is we can take our clients' files and we can give it to one of our banks to do a full underwriting process in addition to what I already did, right? And so what that allows us to do is get rid of any sort of uncertainty with the file, and we get all of the numbers pretty much accurate the same way that the bank would review it, right? And so having that is super powerful, especially if somebody's going to be going in with no contingencies, because we have much more reassurance that that file's already been reviewed, right? There's a couple different perks that come with that. The first one is that we can pretty much close sooner, right? Just by having the file already reviewed, because we're not adding in the extra buffer days for the loan and for the close of escrow to try to get all of those things cleared out because we already had it done ahead of time. One of the other things too is it's much more appealing to sellers too, especially if they see a non-contingent offer coming through because they know it's already been reviewed by the bank, and so it's less likely to fall out of escrow.
Right. And sometimes, I mean, oftentimes you even talk to the listing agent and just kind of walk them through that process of your pre-underwriting process, or give the seller a little reassurance to get our offer accepted over the other people.
Right. If you think about it, I mean, think about a selling agent who gets 25 offers, right? And all of them are non-contingent. But on one of the offers, the lender called them and it was already reviewed. What's the likelihood that they're going to pick that offer?
Yeah.
Very much. It's much higher, right?
Exactly.
That's why every offer that any of our agents write, we always call the listing agent to explain the strengths of the borrower so that they can then go and reiterate it to the sellers. Because they see what they see on paper. Yeah. But if they hear it from me, then they already know what they can go back and retell to their sellers, right?
Obviously, you know, in this, like you said, in this environment, non-contingent offers are getting more and more common. But having that extra touch to have a lender call the listing agent to provide details on how the file has been underwritten, how the borrowers has been vetted, really, you know, set you apart from the other non-contingent offers. So definitely a lot of our buyers get accepted in their contract because of that. So definitely that's an advantage for working with, you know, our preferred lenders. If you are looking into buying a home in this competitive market, myself and Ricardo would love to be of assistance to you. We're going to link Ricardo's contact information down below. So talk to him if you're thinking about entering the market. Just get an idea what loan product you could be qualified for, what's the loan amount you could qualify for. Thank you, Ricardo, for being interviewed by me.
Of course. Thank you, Heather.
And by the way, if you want my market prediction for 2022, make sure you watch this video right here.